Good morning from Canada. Welcome to our weekly live. The sun is shining through the blinds this morning, so it is a good day. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are ready for a practice together. Today is going to be a Hatha practice for balancing postures. So we will need some props. 2 blocks would be a great start, and a blanket maybe, an eye pillow perhaps. And maybe you'd like to take a strap as another option. What else? You could use a rolled up blanket or block, or you could use a bolster when we recline. So you might bring a bolster to your mat as well. Basically have all your props nearby at all times, just in case. So I'm going to meet you on your mat. We will start in Sukhasana, a tall, comfortable seat. Feel free to sit on a prop if you'd like, or just sit directly on your mat or on a chair. I'll join you there. Okay. So settling your pelvis into the earth, however that looks for you. Maybe your legs are crossed, maybe your legs are extended, maybe your hands are resting on your thighs or resting on your torso. You can roll your shoulders up, back and down, and then softly close your eyes or bring your gaze down towards the earth. And simply start to receive your breath. Receiving breath in and out through your nose, allowing that breath to enter the lower belly and soften that space as well. Begin to focus on the Sushumna line from the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone, this line of stability and balance and equilibrium. This will be a focus for our practice today. This is a place I want us to continue to return to as and when we come into our balancing postures. Let us open with a pranayama. This pranayama is nadi shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, and it is a balancing breath work, so perfect for this class. In order to participate, you'll want to take your dominant hand and either tuck your index, middle, and ring finger in. So just your thumb and pinky finger become little plugs for either side of your nostrils. Or some people prefer to put their index finger and middle finger to the third eye in between the eyebrows, and then use the thumb and either the pinky finger or the ring finger as plugs for the nostrils. Whatever works for you, whatever feels comfortable and organic for you. If this breath work is not for you, then please just sit quietly as you are and be with a natural breath rhythm, no problem. If you want to join for Nadi Shodhana, we'll begin by placing our hand in position, but not plugging either nostril yet. So just taking a nice big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. Plug your right nostril and inhale through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale from the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both nostrils at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. One last round. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the nose. Take a big breath in and a smooth breath out. Noticing both sides of your body, the Ida and Pingala nadis that we have stimulated, those right and left hemispheres of the body, drawing us to that place of center and equilibrium, that Shushumna line, that Shushumna nadi running from the crown of the head to your tailbone. Breathe into that space, observe it, and notice how you're feeling now. Any sense of stability, grounding, and balance that you're feeling here, we want to infuse into the rest of our practice. When you're ready, inhale both arms up to the sky. Take your right hand around your left wrist and take a gentle side stretch to the right, keeping the pelvis anchored, keeping the chest open. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Use your inhale to come back to center. Swap your hands over. Inhale your breath. Exhale, sweeping your body over to the left. Staying here, full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale back to center. Interlace your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Begin to lift your chin and your chest towards the sky, opening through the heart, moving the shoulders down the back of your rib cage. Breathing into this spacious quality in the chest and diaphragm. Use your inhale to return to center, your exhale to lower your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, lift your shoulders. Exhale, move your shoulders back and down. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. From here, let's take Sufi Grind. So start to make a big circle with your upper body over your lower body, massaging your hips, your lower back, and your lower belly. Focus on the inhale, bringing you forwards, and the exhale, helping you to circle back. Let's take one more circle in this direction. And then quite simply go the other way. One more circle. And then come back to center and just notice any sensations wrapping around your torso. Let's meet in tabletop position with our hands and knees on the earth. Feel free to pad under your knees with your blanket. Once your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips, let's begin cat-cow. So as you inhale, tilt your tailbone towards the sky, softening your belly towards the earth, lifting your chin and chest, keeping a softness through your elbows. As you exhale, begin the movement from your tailbone, then round your middle back and look towards your belly button. Again, inhale forwards and up, lifting the heart space. And exhale to round the spine, looking towards the navel. Last cycle of this. Inhale forwards and up. Use the whole breath to complete the movement. And exhale to round the spine, looking towards the belly. Come back to a neutral position. Extend your right leg behind you. You're on the ball of your right foot here. Stay like this, or lift your right heel as high as your right hip. Maybe you stay here. Try not to collapse into your middle back. So keep drawing your belly button towards spine. Option to root down into the right hand and extend your left hand forwards and long. So here you are in a first balancing shape. You can stay like this, or in your next inhale, lengthen a bit more through your arm and leg. Exhale, bend the elbow and the knee round the spine and see if the elbow and knee can touch under your body. Inhale to extend the arm and leg long. And then exhale to round the spine, elbow towards knee, knee to elbow, looking down. One more time. Inhale to extend. And exhale to round. Lovely. Inhale to extend and hold here. Or bend the bend the right knee and wrap the left hand around the top of the right foot. Now press the right foot into the left hand, lift the right thigh, lift the chin and the chest. Balancing tiger. And then slowly release hand and knee to the earth. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Feel free to move in any little ways that feel natural, that feel good for the spine and the hips. Nice. Extend your left leg behind you. You're on the ball of your left foot. Option to reach your right arm forwards. Maybe lift your left leg up. Find that balance. Looking at your mat in front of you. Inhale your breath here. Exhale, round the back, elbow and knee, knee and elbow towards one another. Use your inhale to extend, nice and long and full. And your exhale to round. One more time, inhale to extend. And exhale to round. Inhale to extend and hold here, or bend the left knee. Wrap the right hand around the top of the left foot. Press foot into hand. Lift the left thigh as you lift your chin and chest. And slowly release hand and knee to the floor. Spread your fingers, tuck your toes. Come into downward facing dog if you're comfortable in this position for your practice. If not, you can remain on your hands and knees, or you can find child's pose. If you're in downward facing dog, just start to play with the weight distribution between your two hands and 2 feet. Focus on drawing your belly button towards your spine, softening your chest towards your thighs, softness through your knees, hugging the heels back and down, relaxing the crown of the head. And actively feel your shoulder blades wrapping down the back of your rib cage, a little softness through your elbows. From down dog or tabletop, inhale your right leg into the sky. bending into your right knee and gently opening your hips to the right. Let's hug that right knee into the chest and step the right foot forwards. You can lower your back knee to the earth or keep the back knee off the floor. You can keep your hands on the floor or place your hands on your two lovely blocks, or place your hands on your front thigh, or lift your arms all the way overhead. Here we're in a balancing pose. We are actively hugging the right hip back, the left hip forwards. We're squeezing through our inner legs. We are stabilizing through our feet and legs. If you want here, you could always shuffle your right foot a little further to the right and your left foot a little further to the left, so you have a wider stance. Further to this, if your arms are overhead, take another inhale breath. As you exhale, spiral your body around to the right and open your arms into a big T shape. Nice. Now inhale, come back to center. Again, find your stability, find your balance. Do that again. Use your inhale to lengthen up, lift tall, and then your exhale to turn to the right, squeeze through your inner legs, arms in a T. One more time. Inhale back to center. And exhale, spiral to the right. Lovely. Inhale back to center. And exhale, lower your hands towards your mat, blocks, and then step forwards, Uttanasana. Take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Enjoy a couple of breaths here. Placing a bit more of the weight into your 10 toes. If you don't want to have your head so low, you can be looking at the wood floor in front of you. If it's a wood floor, I have a wood floor, so I'm saying that. Looking at the floor in front of your own mat. Maybe your forearms rest on your thighs, or your hands rest on your thighs or shins. Don't feel like you have to lower your head all the way down. If you're comfortable, place your hands onto your blocks or fingertips on the floor. Keep that right foot rooted down into the mat. Extend your chest so it's lifted forwards and long. And just lightly step back on the ball of your left foot. For some of you, this will be enough. You're breathing into the back of the right leg. There's a gentle squeeze through your inner legs. And you're lengthening the crown of your head forwards. If you'd like to take this a step further, we'll move into standing L shape by lifting the back of the left leg up towards the sky. You go any amount, moving towards a horizontal line from that left hip to the left heel. Pushing the sole of that left foot away as you extend the crown of your head forwards and lift your chest a little more. So now the horizontal line is from the crown of your head to your left heel. This is standing L shape. Breathe here. Keep a gentle softness through your right knee so you're not locking that right leg. And keep actively trying to hug your hips to look down at the mat. You don't want your hips to open to the left. That changes the pose. So the pelvis is facing down and it's the back of this left leg that is lifting. Nice. Exhale, lower the left foot next to the right foot. Take a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, press into the feet, and inhale both arms wide and up to the sky. Exhale, place your fingertips together. Bring your hands down the midline of your body and finish in Tadasana. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And just be here for a moment, observing your 2 feet rooting down into the floor. Now again, we're going to keep that foundation of the right foot rooting down into the mat. That is our anchor, that is our foundation. And we're going to play with lifting the left heel away from the floor. You can keep your hands in Anjali Mudra at the center of your chest with your heels of the hands together and the finger pads together, or you could have your hands to your hips. From here, we're going to bring the left knee into the chest. You can use a wall to help with stability and balance here. You can find a drishti point, a point of focus in front of you, something that is still and not moving to focus your attention on while you are balancing. If this is too much or you need to tap those left toes back to the floor at any time, then this is your practice. You are here just playing with the weight distribution into that right foot and floating the left foot away from the floor. If you want to take this further, take that left knee out to the left, flexing the left foot. And now connect the sole of your left foot either to your inner thigh, your inner calf, or rest the left toes back on the floor and rest the left heel to your right ankle. This is Vachasana or tree pose. You are hugging your foot to leg, leg to foot. You're zipping up through the midline of your body all the way up to the crown of your head, and your shoulders are soft and relaxed. You can stay like this, or play with floating both arms up to the sky, and maybe opening your arms up into a V shape above you. If you want to continue taking this further, try changing your drishti towards the sky. So your head lifts a little more, your chest opens a little more. This is a perfect opportunity to practice present moment awareness. If we are not present and focused on what we're doing when we're balancing, there is more likeliness that we will fall. We need to be ever present and focused on right now, the placement of that right foot, the engagement of leg to foot, foot to leg, the lift through the chest and crown of the head, the breath in your body in this moment. All these things are going to help you stay present and stay balanced right here. Bringing your hands back towards your midline, lowering that left foot next to your right foot, standing in Tadasana. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Lovely. Inhale both of your arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold over your two legs, maybe hands to blocks or hands to the floor. Take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, knees soft. Exhale, fold and step back into a plank position. In a plank position, your knees can be up or down on the floor. Take a big breath in here. Your core is active. And a big breath out. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And as you exhale, taking yourself back to down dog or tabletop or child's pose. Let's find 3 breaths in our chosen shape. Letting the head relax. Breathing wide into the rib cage. From down dog or tabletop, inhale the left leg into the sky. Bend the left knee and gently open the hips to the left. Hug that left knee into the chest and gently step the left foot between the two hands with control. You can lower that right foot to the mat or keep it raised. You can have your fingertips or hands to the mat, or hands on blocks, or hands on your top thigh, or 2 arms overhead. Again, find that rooting through your foundations, through your feet, through your legs. Hug the left hip back a little, right hip forwards a little. Imagine that imaginary beach ball between your inner legs, a gentle squeeze there. Further to this, your inhale lifts your arms a little taller. And as you exhale, you spiral your torso around to the left, opening your arms into a wide T shape, squeezing through your oblique muscles. Yeah, inhale back to center, gently, slowly. Exhale, spiral. Keeping awareness on balance and where your body is in space. Inhale back to center, nice and slow, nice and mindful through every moment, every transition. Exhale to twist, last one. Nice, inhale back to center. Exhale, lowering your hands onto your blocks or onto the floor. Step forwards, Uttanasana, and take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold over your long legs. Now here in the legs, you are breathing into your lovely hamstrings, providing us with more space and length so that as we get into our L shape, we already feel long through the backs of the legs and long through the length of the spine. When you're ready, fingertips on the floor or hands on blocks, lift the chest, extend the crown of your head forwards, root down through your left foot, and lightly step back on the ball of your right foot. This is preparation for L shape. For some of you, this is more than enough. You'll stay here. You might play with floating those right toes up and down off the floor a couple of times. See how that feels, strengthening that left ankle. Further to this, begin to flex the right foot and lift up from the back of that right leg. So it's your glute and your right hamstring that is lifting that leg up. Your hips stay facing down to the mat, and the crown of your head and your chest starts to lift more forwards and long. Standing L shape, looking at the floor in front of your mat, finding your breath, finding power through that long line in your body, that channel of energy. Once again, the Sushumna Nadi from the crown of the head to your tailbone, keeping you steady, holding you stable. Begin to lower that right foot next to the left and take a forward fold. Bend the knees, press into the feet, inhale, wide arms, take you all the way up to a tall position with your fingers touching above you. Exhale, bring your hands through your midline and down by your sides, standing in Tadasana. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Lovely. Focus, still rooting down through the left foot, through the left leg. This is your trunk, this is your roots. Your hands are in Anjali Mudra or hands are on your hips. Your right heel lifts away from the mat. And maybe you stay here, maybe just playing with floating right toes up and down off the floor. This is great exercise for strengthening the ankle and the intricate muscles through the left foot. If you want to take it further, bring the right knee to your chest, engaging your core. Use a wall for stability if you need. Find that drishti point in front of you for focus. Maybe widen the right knee, flexing the right foot. Maybe connect the sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh, inner left calf, or inner left ankle. As you squeeze foot to leg, leg to foot, you might feel that urge to rise a little taller, to zip up through the middle of your body and extend your arms up. You might feel more grounded keeping the hands close. That's great too. If your arms are lifting, maybe they widen, maybe then your chest lifts, your gaze lifts. And then hands come back to your heart space. We lower the right foot next to the left foot. And then find Tadasana. Take a nice big breath in. And a full breath out. From here, while we're standing, while the hamstrings are open and long, while we're focusing on balance and weight distribution between the 2 feet, I would love for us to come into one more standing posture. For this posture, some of you might like to use your strap, so have that nearby. You might also like the wall, so make sure that that's nearby or something you can hold on to. Let's begin with the right side. So root down through that right foot again, right leg as your foundation. Peel the left heel away from the floor. So beginning just like we did for tree pose. Begin to bring that left knee into your chest. And from here, some of you will take your peace fingers on your left hand and hook them around your left big toe. So your left arm comes inside your left leg, your left fingers go around your big toe, and you're hugging that left knee closer to your chest. This is where, for some of you, the strap will be useful. You can put the strap under the sole of that left foot and then wrap the strap around your left hand, hugging the knee in. Whether you have the strap or fingers around the big toe, begin to extend your left leg forwards and long. See how that feels? So it's like we're in standing L shape, but the other way around. Now the leg is in front of us. For some, this will be enough. For others of you, you'll take the left leg all the way up and out to the left now. You're still looking forwards. Some of you will keep your right hand on your right hip. Some of you will have your right hand to the wall. Some of you will extend your right arm out to the right, nice and long, and maybe turn your head and look over your right hand. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. And then come back to center, lowering that left foot to the floor, resetting your 2 feet as foundations on the mat. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Take a nice big breath in and a nice big breath out. Lovely. For the second side, I'm just going to face this way just as another visual aid, but feel free to remain facing forwards on your mat. We're going to keep the left leg now rooting down, left toes spreading into the floor, right heel lifting up and off the mat. Hands might start on your hips. Peeling that right knee towards your chest. Maybe here, hooking your peace fingers around your right big toe, bringing that right knee closer to you, or taking your strap around the sole of your right foot, wrapping the strap around your right hand, and hugging the right knee closer to your chest. From here, maybe start to extend your right leg forwards and long, making sure that that right hip isn't hiking up. Make sure the right hip is in line and hugging down with the left hip. So the gentle squeeze, the hips are on the same line. Further to this, play with taking that right leg all the way out wide to the right. Maybe left hand stays on the left hip, left hand on a wall, or left arm long and straight and over to the left. Maybe look to the left or stay facing forwards. Breathe deep. Big challenging balancing pose here. Bringing that right leg forwards, bending the right knee, removing your strap, and lowering right foot next to left. Rock through your legs, roll your shoulders, wrists. Take a big breath in, and a lovely breath out. Shuffle your feet as wide as your mat. Turn your toes onto the floor. Keep your heels on the mat. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees and come down into Malasana, Yogi squat. Some of you will hover your pelvis just off the floor. Some of you will sit on a block, make a little stool. Some of you will be a little higher with your forearms to your thighs. Find the perfect spot for you, for your hips, for your back, for your knees. If you're a little lower, you might bring your arms forwards, connect the hands together, and then press your upper arms into your inner legs and extend the crown of your head. Option now to sit back and down onto the mat. So you can do that by either taking your hands behind you, letting your pelvis lower down to the floor, or for some it might be easier to bring your hands in front of you and then come down onto your knees and then around to your seat. You've got the soles of your feet to the floor and you've got your knees bent. And your hands now are on the backs of your two legs, on your hamstrings. You're sitting nice and tall. Your shoulders are rolling down your back. You're lengthening through the crown of the head. So there's this really nice long spine. From here, we'll begin to lean back. We're making our way into Vachasana or boat pose. This is a core exercise and a balancing exercise. So belly button's drawing towards spine. Already here on this diagonal line from the crown of the head to the tailbone, there is a lot of engagement through the core and around the hips. So if this is enough for you today, then stay right here. If you'd like a bit more, float your feet and shins away from the mat. Try gluing your knees and ankles towards one another, allowing your shins to be parallel with your yoga mat. Maybe this is enough today. The last option for this round is arms extending forwards and long, the palms facing up. We've got 5 breaths, 4 breaths, 3, 2, 1, and lower the feet, lift the chest, widen the knees, connect the soles of the feet together, and start sliding those heels into you and lifting your chest tall. And then as you exhale, you can lean forwards over your feet. Hands on your lower legs or hands on the floor. Feel free to add props under your hips or knees if you need some extra support, or simply allow your knees to go wide and heavy on their own. This is a sweet release for boat pose. Feel free to stay here or come along for one more round of boat pose. You can lift your chest, place your hands to the outsides of your legs and bring your knees back together. Feet flat to the floor, hands behind the hamstrings. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale to hinge back, draw belly button to spine. Maybe feet come off the floor, ankles and knees connecting, shins parallel with the mat, maybe arms extending in front of you. And for this time, maybe your legs extend too, so you make a V shape with your whole body. See how that goes. We've got 5 breaths, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the feet, connect the feet together, widen the knees, hinge forwards at the hips, butterfly pose, Vachasana. Begin to lift your chest, hands to the outsides of the legs, bring the knees back together. This time extend your legs long and forwards. Make sure you have room behind you to roll back. If you like to pad the back of your head or have a little elevation for the head as you lie down, grab your little pillow or cushion for the back of the head. Have both feet flexed. Have your arms extending in front of you. Inhale your breath. And then as you exhale, you can start to roll all the way down to the floor using that core that we just engaged, using the leg power that you have, finding a slow roll all the way to the floor and then releasing your legs and arms at the bottom. Take a nice big breath in and a smooth breath out. Notice anything final that your body might need before we take Shavasana. We have engaged the body in lots of balances today. You might enjoy hugging the knees into the chest now for a little release into the lower back if you're feeling any tightness there. You might like to roll the ankles to release any tightness there. They worked hard for us in this practice, holding us up. Some of you might enjoy a little happy baby, knees wide, hands wrapping around the outsides of your feet, maybe rocking the hips side to side, releasing the hips and the lower back together. And then one more suggestion would be keeping the right knee to the chest and letting the left foot slide all the way along the mat until that left leg gets nice and long. Keep hugging the right knee towards you and relaxing your shoulders down your back. Breathing in and out through your lower belly and releasing any tightness or any buildup of tightness in the hip flexor on that left side. When we get into balancing postures, we can find that we transfer tension around the body because we're so desperate to hold the balance, stay in the balance. Sometimes we forget to breathe, sometimes we clench. So just offering the body that reminder here that release is good, softness and surrender is good, especially in balancing poses, especially in the offerings after a balancing pose. Let there be some sweet release. Bring that left knee in, extend your right leg down the mat, second side of knee to chest pose or wind release pose. A couple of long breaths into the psoas, into that right hip flexor, thanking it for keeping you stable. And finishing in Shavasana, both legs and arms long and wide. Maybe a bolster under the knees, a blanket over the body, an eye pillow over the eyes. Sliding any other props out of the way so your body's not touching anything. It is free in space. Your feet are relaxed, your arms are relaxed, so that enables your hips and shoulders to relax. No more to do here. This is your resting asana. This is the place of rest and digest. This is a place where your body returns to neutral, to that place of equilibrium. I will call you from Shavasana when it's time. If you have longer to dedicate to your Shavasana today, then by all means stay as long as you need. No rush to get out. If, however, it is time for you to return into your body, start to wiggle your fingers and toes and roll your wrists and ankles. And take a nice full body stretch as you inhale. And hug your knees to your chest as you exhale. Rock on your side. Rock on your back until you're on your side. And then eventually you'll come all the way up to a tall seat of Sukhasana, just as we began the practice. And once you get to that tall seat, just starting to acknowledge the right and left hemispheres of your body and that place where everything meets in center, that connection from the crown of your head to your tailbone to your roots. Breathe along that Sushumna Nadi, honoring the balance and stability that lives within you always. May it serve you well through the rest of your day. Thank you so much for showing up here on your mat for yourself with your breath. It was my pleasure to guide you. Namaste.